Hello, this is Harry from Harry's Guitar. Today I'm going to teach you Opihi Man by the famous Ka'au Crater Boys. I'll teach you the chords and the solos. So here's a close-up. Okay, for this song, Opihi Man, you're going to need 6 chords. So you need a C, a E7, A7, D7, G, and G7. You're going to notice that in the song, when you hear the original, sometimes you're going to hear when he switches from a G to a G7, he adds that note in between so that you hear this melody. So you might hear him. So just remember, from this G, you can use any finger. You can, well, use your first finger, then you can just slide it down. So that's a good movement thing. Okay. So here's the chords for the intro. Here's the sheet here. As long as there's 4 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now you can strum this any way you want. You can use your fingers. You can use your thumb. It doesn't matter if you strum all up, all down. What matters is the timing is there. But they also play with this percussive thing. So you can maybe do something like this where 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. You know, just cover the strings so that you can. So that's a good technique to, you know, a lot of the Hawaiian music you hear this. Oops, I can't do it. I'll try it with my finger. Let's see. So what I'm doing there is I'm muting with my palm. So that's an idea. So that's the kind of thing that you hear in the recording. Okay. So here's the chords when he starts singing the verses. It says G2, 3, 4, D7, G2, 3, 4, G2, 3, G2, 3, 4, D7, G. Okay, again, I'll do it slow. G2, 3, G2, 3, 4, G2, 3, G2, 3, 4, D7, G. Okay, here's the chords for the chorus. Be a man in the sun. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, G2, 3, 4, D7, G, 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 D7, G, G, D7. Okay, so when the ukulele is doing the solo, the guitar player is playing these chords in a solo. So here's the chords for the solo. G2, 3, 4, G. G, D7, G, G7, C, A7, A7, G, D7, G, 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 D7, G. So I'm now going to begin to teach you the solo. Here's the first solo, and here's the chart. Okay, I'll do it again. I'll do it a little slower. So the first one, I suggest using your ring finger on the 3, and you pick the 3, you slide it all the way to 7, and then you just keep that ring finger there at the 7, then just add this, then you move the 2 fingers down. Move your first finger down as a guide. Now these are hammer-ons, so you pick the 2, this finger is slamming on to the 4. You can use whatever fingers you want, but this is what I'm doing, really slow again. here's the second line. Okay, I'll do it a little slower. Now this part, this is, I'm only picking it once. It's going from 2, hammer to 3, pull off to 2, pull off to open. So this is hammer on, pull off, pull off. So if you've never done it before, this is what it looks like slow. You can experiment with different fingers if you like. So here's the second line again. Okay, here's the third line. Okay, so I recommend using the middle finger on the 2. You slide to the 4. Your first finger falls in the 3. Let's see. When you pick that 5, you bend it to sound like the 6th fret. So you gotta use your ear. Then you do this 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this one, the next one, you're picking the 5, you're bending it to 6 and bringing it back to the 5, and then you pluck in the string to make the 3 ring. So this is a bend into a pull off. So this is the third line again, slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, here's the fourth line. Okay, so I use my ring finger on the 7. Move both fingers down. Keep track with my first finger. My middle finger is already at the 3. Maybe use your first finger for the 2. Now this is a hammer-on pull-off. Then I use my first and middle finger on 10 and 9, and I use my thumb and finger. Okay? Now the second solo, you're going to actually repeat the first 2 lines of the first solo. So this is just a recap. This is the first line. Okay, then he does this. I would recommend putting the ring finger on the 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so slow. Your ring finger's on a 10. You slide to 12. First finger falls on a 10. I use ring finger on 12. You pick the 12, bend it to sound like 14th fret. So I have to pretend I have a 14th fret there. And then you pick it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just like the other one, I would put the ring finger on 10, first finger already on the on 12, and the first finger on the 10 to prepare for the pull off. So again, you're picking the 12, bending it to 14, back to 12, and then pulling off to 10. And it picks the 12, and then when you pick the 10, you hear it slide down. So here's this slow again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, next line. Now notice this one, the 10-7. I just wrote this because this is actually the same as what I did prior. It's just that I put this note over here, so I just wanted to give you 2 different ways so you can pick and choose which one you want to do. So here's the third line again. So here I use my middle finger and first finger so that I could use my ring finger to go on the 7. So. Okay, here's the ending solo. Okay, now for this one, I recommend using the first finger on 9, middle finger on 10, because when you pick these two strings, your first finger slides up 1, your middle finger slides up 2. So I recommend with these fingers so that, and because then the middle finger can stay there when you add your first finger on the 11. So it will look like this. Then I use these 2 fingers. And then I use first finger for the 9 so that I can just add my middle finger on the 10 and pick all 3. So again, it would be slow. Here's the last line. So I recommend using these 2 fingers and just stay there. Your middle finger, your first finger goes to the 2, and you can keep that finger there and you strum the last G. So your goal is to learn all this and you try to keep up with the original recording and see if you can keep up with George Fernandez. Just have fun. Aloha.